Hey kids, how you doing? It's me, your TV pal, Comic Book Man, with your calendar of savings here at Alternate Reality for February 2010. First up will be the Winter Wonderland sale, which is going to be going on the 2nd through the 6th, and in that, all my back issues are half off, all statues and action figures 25% off, and everything else in the store is 20% off, and of course, there'll be a raffle mania. Second thing up this month is Women in Comics Week, which will be the 15th through the 20th. All my superheroine trades are going to be buy two, get one free. Of course, Spawn is the hero of the month here at Alternate Reality, and finally, Founders Day is the 20th. So stop off here at Alternate Reality in February and save some money.
Time for Sweet Talk and Dan with comic reviews. Yeah, okay.
I've learned to expect nothing but aggravation from you anyhow.
Hey kids, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. It's time once again for
Sweet Talking.
with Sweet Dan Sweet.
With Sweet Dan Sweet.
With Sweet Dan Sweet.
Me.
And Dan's here to review one comic only, and that is Hulk number 19, the first part of the Fall of the Hulk storyline. This was the book of the week here at Alternate Reality for the week of the 20th of January. So, tell me.
That has something to do with why I picked it?
Well, that's why I gave it to you. I know that much. That's why I gave it to you.
Think about it. It's a conspiracy.
I tell you, we're going to ram this book down your throat until you like it.
He's the Red Hulk and I'm Bruce Banner, and we're in league.
That's right, we're evil. Anyway.
Good evil laugher.
How's the book?
I'm having fun with it.
Oh, he's having fun.
I gotta be honest. I have always said that Jeff Loeb never fails to not impress me. and
he's the biggest Jeff Loeb fan on the planet.
No,
he really is.
I don't mean to come off as a tool, but I think he's the master of the anticlimax. Yeah. But with this Red Hulk stuff, it's been going on almost 2 years
Which
now.
you've been bitching about for a year and a half now.
Yeah, well, I'm getting
Wrap it up! Wrap it up!
It's almost like you don't ever want Red Hulk to be revealed at this point.
Yeah.
You just want him to continue going on being this juggernaut in the Marvel Universe, beating up the Watcher, beating up the Juggernaut.
And Enigma.
You know, he's wrapped in a mystery.
And surrounded by a puzzle.
Placed in a box with a lock on it so nobody could ever get to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the thing. I thought this was a great issue. From the cover, you could tell it's a Thing Hulk fight, and it's not a Thing Green Hulk fight that we've seen a million times. It's a Thing Red Hulk fight
With the help of the Fantastic Four.
to an extent.
Yeah.
Basically, the issue gets started when the Wizard reforms the Frightful Four, and they go after the Fantastic Four.
What else do they do?
Of course, they're not going to go after the Great Lakes Avengers or anything like that. So. The whole issue is split up into, Reed is dealing with the Wizard, and Invisible Woman is dealing with Claw, and Human Torch is dealing with the Savage She-Hulk, who apparently is working with the bad guys
which
now.
Which is the way a Frightful Four story always works.
You always got to play it off that way. Red Hulk and Thing end up getting into it when Red Hulk steps in to actually help the Fantastic Four. Okay. So that's kind of a twist in and of itself. All of a sudden, he's working against the organization that he was working with previously too.
Why does he step in to help?
Well, I don't really know.
That's exactly the point I was trying to make. You don't know.
They were there to kidnap all the intelligentsia is set off to kidnap the 8 smartest people in the world. Okay. Reed Richards, of course, is one of them. So that's why the Frightful Four were there. In the meanwhile, the Red Hulk and Thing get into it. Thing realizes Red Hulk isn't there to kill him. He absorbs a lot of negative zone energy. It makes him weak. Blah, blah, blah. They go back, and Banner and Red Hulk are conversing, and he says, you knew that was going to weaken me up. You knew the thing was going to kick the crap out of me.
Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Why?
I'm going to kill you if that happens again. This all plays into my theory.
Yes.
That the Red Hulk is...
Yes. Me!
I told you at the beginning. See, I is subterfuge. No. It's Thunderbolt Ross, and I'm going on the record.
I'm going on record with Glenn Talbot. But you know what? It's probably neither one of them. It's probably neither one of them because the guy doesn't have a mustache.
Glenn Talbot has a mustache too.
And
exactly.
It's probably neither one of them.
It's Mary Jane Watson.
It's Mary Jane Watson. It's Mary Jane.
Goes with the red thing. Goes with the red thing.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I think it's Thunderbolt. That's. I'm going on record right now. You could say Glenn Talbot. That's where they're pointing it. They're pointing that as the direction. But I think it's a red herring. I think it's a red herring.
I have a red herring for you, which I was thinking of, which popped in the back of my head when I was reading this. Yes, I did read this. When I was reading this, and at first, and for some reason, it just popped in the back of my head. Whatever happened to Counter Earth? You may not remember Counter-Earth. Once upon a time in the Marvel Universe, there was another planet Earth in 616 on the opposite side of the Earth revolving around the sun. It's the Earth where Adam Warlock wound up at for a long, long time, and where the Brute wound up at. This goes back to the 70s when I was reading this stuff. And they did a whole bunch of stuff on Counter-Earth, and the Hulk was on Counter-Earth. And one reason I remember that was they did this whole pseudo-Jesus story, which I'll show you one day. This whole pseudo-Jesus story with Adam Warlock where he's crucified up on a cross. I know, it's as stupid as it sounds. It's every bit as stupid as it sounds.
I've got nothing.
It's every bit as stupid as it sounds. But it was Counter-Earth, which off the top of my head, I don't know what happened to Counter-Earth in the Marvel Universe, but
I think it's a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
he might be from there.
I don't know.
But anyway, back to this.
I don't think it's going to be tied that closely into continuity. I think it's a story where they wanted to make...
Jeff Loeb. No.
No, I know.
Those Superman Batmans he did at DC.
Yes.
You got to reread those.
No, I understand, but that whole series was set outside of continuity, wasn't it? I mean,
the Superman Batman.
Yeah, I mean they were bouncing all over the place. I know they explored continuity, but I think this is his excuse to make Thunderbolt as powerful as his adversary physically.
Yeah,
and that's where I'm going with it. Ed McGuinness's artwork.
How is the art?
Starting to fucking grow on me.
Oh.
And that's the worst part.
Starting to what grow on you?
It was starting to grow on me like
that's what I thought you said.
Fungusly grow on me.
It was starting to fungus grow on you.
I like it. And that's bad, because I don't like the way he draws characters.
I love Ed McGuinness. I think he's great.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Really?
I really do love Ed McGuinness. I think he's great. I love his stuff on Superman. I loved his Superman stuff. I've liked him ever since Superman. I didn't care too much about him on Mr. Majestic before that and some of the Wildstorm stuff. But once he did Superman, I was in.
I don't know. Sure, because he draws everybody with that square-jawed Jay Leno look. But that's the problem, is he draws everyone with this square-jawed Jay Leno look.
Everyone looks like they're blown up like a balloon.
Exactly. I mean, they're... And I mean,
they have volume.
For this, I liked it because he draws a great Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things in the world is watching or seeing an illustrator draw Ben Grimm with a lot of personality in his face. Because that's all the guy has. You know what I mean?
Well, he's a walking rock pile.
And McGuinness really does a good job of that. Red Hulk, he does a great job in illustrating that. I really just got to hand it to the man. I don't necessarily like his style, but he does start to grow on me. So
before John Byrne took over the Fantastic Four, way back when in the late 70s, early 80s, before he took it over, John Buscema was doing the art on the Fantastic Four and inked by Joe Sinnott. And that art looked an awful lot like this does. His thing. The two of them look an awful lot alike. And when John Byrne took over the Fantastic Four, the first thing he did was try not to make the thing look like a big teddy bear. He wanted to make him look more like a thing, which is sort of what he looks like now with this. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But that's what the art reminded me an awful lot of was the Buscema, John Buscema, Joe Sinnott stuff that was on the Fantastic Four way back when.
And I get Art
and
Adams.
Perez too. Perez.
I get Art Adams from it. I get a good deal, and I think that's why they spliced Art Adams' art in with McGuinness on the book. I think they play well off of each other. You know what I mean? So I'm liking Fall of the Hulks, man. I'm liking Fall of the Hulks.
Okay. So, stop off at the store's website, read his review of Fall of the Hulks, along with all the rest of the Hulk books, and all the rest of the DC and Marvel and Indie, and all the rest of the books that this guy reviews, and you can go to the store's website at...
Be sure to stop off at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.
So, stop off at the store's website, read Dan's reviews, and until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
Sweet Dan signing off.
Saying, bye! Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.